Welcome back, guys, to another video. Hope you all are doing great. In this video today, we're going to actually be doing an auto clicker. So this can be used for spam bots. You can also use it for some kind of automation if you want your computer to actually do some tasks like clicking something at a certain time. You can also use this for it. So yeah, this is a nice project to have for showing your portfolio, and that's what we do here. We make projects for your portfolio, so when you go for job interviews and all that, you have some cool projects to actually show them and all that. So that's really the basic of what we'll be doing today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It's completely free. It's completely free. It takes literally 1 second to do, so make sure you do it. Comment down below if you have any questions or video suggestions, and I think that's about it. You know what, let's get to it. So what are we going to do first? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually import all the necessary libraries. And for this, we'll need to import time, we'll need to import threading, we also need to import the special secret library that is making this whole auto-clicking thing work. So you know what, let me just show you how it works. First thing we do is we import time, as I said earlier, then we import multi-threading or threading, and then the special top secret library we'll be importing is py and put, and then we'll say .mouse because it's going to be using our mouse, and then we'll also import the button, which is needed, and also controller. So these are all the libraries we need to import. I don't think there's anything else. If there is, we'll have to add it. That's how programming works, guys. You don't actually get everything done in one sitting. It's all about the whole feedback and redoing things and all that. So yes, this is all we need to do for now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the py input keyboard and actually watch the event. So we'll start and stop the auto clicker with this. And the way we'll do that is we'll say from py input the keyboard. What we want to do is we want to start listening. Yeah, we want to be eavesdropping on this. And listener, oh my gosh, my spelling there actually didn't work out. And then we'll say key code. So yes, that's it for now. Just checking the code because I'm seeing some red lines. Yeah, so these red lines are not there for a reason. That's why when you see red lines, and this is why you should be using PyCharm, because it actually helps you out and tells you, you know what, I think you're messing up right here. And I was, because we shouldn't be importing here. We should say from. So from py input .mouse import button and controllers. So that you can see now that the red lines, those red squiggly lines are gone, and yeah, we actually did what we're supposed to do here. Now, why is this red? Make sure you look at those red lines and really revise what you did, because here too there's a little mistake. It shouldn't be a small letter L, it should be a capital letter L. And voila, if I can just erase what I did earlier and make sure it's spelled right. Oh my gosh, really? Capital R now, small letter R. And yeah, we're back. Now you can see that the code doesn't have any red squiggly lines. It means that we don't have any errors and we're actually doing what we're supposed to do. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the 4 variables that are created, and these are basically to control the auto clicker. And these are going to be, number 1, the variable we're going to create is delay, because we need to set a delay for this. If there is no delay, then yeah, it's just going to turn to a monster basically. So we add a delay, then we had button, and we'll set that to button.right. And after that, we'll also have a start, not copyright, button dot right. You see, even PyCharm sometimes has to cool down because it's telling me stuff that I don't need. And then we say start underscore stop underscore key, because we want to be able to actually start and stop it. And that key we're going to use for start and stop is, we're just going to use the character A. You can use another character you want, but I'm gonna use A. And then the next one is stop underscore key, and we'll set that equal to key code char equals to, let's do B, A, B, C, you know how it goes. So yup, I think that's about, no, it's not it. It's not that easy. We still have a lot of stuff to do, but for this section we're done. Now we can move to the next section, and the next section is the threading.thread that we're going to use to control these clicks, and we'll create a class for that, and we'll call this class click mouse, and as its input is going to take threading.thread. What we want to do next is want to make sure that we use the delay button that is passed in this class, and want to also check for execution of the auto clicker. And how we do that is we'll define our .init.self, and then inside this self we also have to add delay because we need this delay, and then we also add a button, not button, come on, what's happening there? We'll say super. Inside here we'll say click mouse and self dot underscore init. Then we'll say self dot delay is equal to delay, some initializing right now, self dot button is equal to button, self dot running, yes, so the running is equals to false, and then self the program underscore running is equal to true. We'll define start clicking underscore clicking, and then you see PyCharm is so smart, seriously. Artificial intelligence is taking over. Running, self.running is equal to true. Def stop clicking underscore clicking dot self, and then I'll say self dot running, not running. PyCharm, come on, I just praised you. And then we set that equals to false. Next we need an exit, because you always need an exit plan, guys. Don't go nowhere without an exit plan. If you'll be stuck there. And then we'll say self, okay, and then we'll say self dot stop clicking. Now we'll say self dot program running, and we set that equal to false because we want to exit. We're setting our escape plan in this setting right here. Now that we're done that, what we need to do is we need to start actually checking some methods with our loop, basically. So we're going to create a loop right now, a while loop to be precise, and we'll set some different what do you call it again in loop, where you have the true and the false. Oh my gosh, but you know what I mean, different scenarios basically. So we'll say def run self, and we'll say while self the program is running. What do we want to do? We want another while loop that checks if while self dot running want our mouse click and put inside self the button. And you see here, I don't know why this happened yesterday. It's not a comma, it's a dot, it's a full stop. Some reason my mouse actually makes it a comma. Maybe I'm just the one doing that. I need to take responsibility here. And then time dot sleep, set that to self dot delay. Next we'll have a while loop, and we'll say while self dot running what we want to do is we want the mouse dot click to actually start clicking the button, and then time dot sleep, we'll say self dot delay because we need it to sleep for a certain time. Time dot sleep, we'll set it to 0.2. You can set it to whatever you want depending on what you want it to do. If you want it to be clicking a certain thing every hour, you could set it to that. If you want it every second, if you want to spam someone and really disturb them, you could set it to even 0.1. So that's basically it for this section. Now we'll say mouse, and that's why mouse was red, is equal to controller. And now we can see all that red squiggly stuff is gone because we've actually set an instant for it. And it's not just, the computer was basically saying, I don't know what this is. Now we told it what it is. It's actually shut up and stopped showing us those red squiggly lines. Now set that equal to click mouse and put a delay and button. Now that we've done that, we'll say click thread dot start. What we need to do next is we need to actually define a variable, a function called onPress, and here we'll give it a key, and here we'll set our conditions. Basically we'll say if key is equal to start stop key. What I want to do is I want to also check if the click thread dot running and if that's true, then what we'll do is we'll say click thread dot stop clicking. Next we need our else statement. Say else click thread dot start clicking. So we're almost there, guys. You're almost there, guys. Stay with me, stay with me. You soon have your clicker that you can use to do whatever. But I will tell you, use this for good. Do not misuse this power because it is very powerful. Use it for good. Do not disturb anyone. Use it for some automation for your life, and don't just spam people with this. But yeah, I had to just put on that disclaimer because I know what we're creating right now. And then we'll say else if key is equal to stop key. And this is basically to exit the method that we call, and also to make sure we can terminate the clicker, the auto clicker. And how we do this is we'll say click thread dot exit, and then listen dot stop. And now we'll say with listener on press is equal to on press. As listener. And then we'll say listener dot join. So yeah, guys, we're right about there. And you know what, we're not just there, we've actually finished it. Hopefully we get no errors and this is just gonna run smoothly and start clicking as crazy. But yeah, let's test it out. So we run the program, no errors. It doesn't look like we have an error. And how do we start? If you remember, put it down in the comments below. We started with the letter A. So we click A, and you can see this stuff is just, it's clicking right now. It's just keeps on clicking, and yeah, that's basically what we wanted to do. And you can see just me writing, it starts clicking. Quite right, there's some automation you need to do for sure, but yeah, it keeps on clicking. You can see the arrow right here, emoji showing. It's going a little bit crazy, but you can see now it's opened the tab, it's clicking. And that's what we wanted to do. Wanted to be able to create a clicking monster. You see so many tabs are created. You can reduce it and slow it down for sure, but the mission has been completed. As I said earlier, use this for good and don't use this for bad. But that's about it for this tutorial. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, if you feel more powerful knowing that you can disturb people and actually make your life also easier, subscribe, like the video, guys. Comment down below if you have any questions or video suggestions. And that's about it, and I'll see you all on the next one.